Alright, so let's start at the beginning with what even the stock market is. It's basically just a marketplace where you can buy individual small portions of companies that exist in the real world. You're not just buying pieces of paper or electronic data that doesn't mean anything. You're actually purchasing a partial ownership of a company that is existing in the real world doing business every day. The people that run these companies have decided to split the company up into these tiny slivers of stock called shares. When you go and buy a share, you are purchasing one of these tiny slivers of ownership of the company, which makes you part owner of a company. That's pretty cool, right? But if you're gonna be part owner of a company, then you probably wanna know a little bit about the companies, right? You wanna make sure that it's worth you owning part of that company. You wanna make sure that they're gonna do well, that they're gonna be successful. There's a lot of data that goes into determining that. Which ones should you dive in on and which ones should you stay away from that could ultimately fail? This is where individual stocks come in. You can buy just one stock of one company and avoid every other company because you really believe in this one company. However, the danger of buying just one company stock is that if that company has a downturn or doesn't do well or ultimately fails and goes bankrupt, then you've just lost all of your investments in one foul swoop.
Has anybody heard of Enron?
So while there is potential to see very large gains if your one company does well, there's also the possibility that you could lose it all. So it's a high risk, potentially high reward opportunity, but there are ways to invest in the stock market that minimize that risk dramatically. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I just have to throw that out there in the disclaimer here. But for your typical beginner in investing in stocks, I do not recommend going with individual stocks. I recommend going with funds, specifically index funds, but we'll get there. And if you want more on this topic, you can watch the full video here, or you can go to my playlist down there, or to learn more about personal finance, investing, and building wealth, you can click below. And don't forget about my TikTok and Instagram at ThomasKnappFE. Find your path to financial freedom. Stay empowered, and we will see you next time.